How do you become an inevitable millionaire? Why do I want everyone in my audience to be a millionaire? Because I want you to live an extraordinary life. I want life to be your masterpiece. I want you to have the power of choice. Wealth creates the opportunity to make decisions out of courage, not fear. Wealth brings the ability to make a sharp right turn when opportunity presents itself. How do you get on a track where if you keep working on your skill set, you keep working on your mindset, you keep working on your money paradigm, that you have an open-ended enough opportunity to make money that you can get there. I want you to know that you have inside of you everything you need and that the opportunity is yours. The floor is yours. There is no dress rehearsal. This is your life. Life is now. Make every single day count. Now is your moment. Well, hey, welcome back. This is session number 4. This is the 1% Wealth Code Workshop, and you heard it here first. There is no dress rehearsal. Life is now. These sessions are all about helping you to reclaim your personal power, to understand that you have inside of you everything that you need to make your life your masterpiece. And we are here to unleash, unlock, and catapult the hero inside of you to take your goals, to take your dreams, and to make them a reality. So first of all, I just want to give a massive hug and welcome and congratulations and celebration to all of our new inevitable millionaires. There are many. I am so excited to spend this next year with you. Big congratulations. I also want to say I am so excited to meet you in person on September 2nd. Anyone who pays in full, we have some spots left for that still. It is happening on September the 2nd, and it is our Inner Circle Elevation event. It's networking, it's wealth building, it's spending time with myself and members of my executive team, and we are going to just give you that burst of energy, love, support, and education that you need to just take your life and catapult it to the moon. So again, when you pay in full today for the Inevitable Millionaire, if you are one of the first 150 people to join, you will get a ticket to the Elevation Inner Circle event. It's happening in Palm Beach, Florida, in paradise here in Florida by the beach. And it is happening on September 2nd. It's a full day event. For those of you that may have missed it, yesterday I made the announcement that for the first time ever, we are opening the doors. I am opening my Inner Circle to you in the Inevitable Millionaire program. This is a life and wealth mastery container. It's a year-long journey that is designed to help you create your dream life and build the skills, habits, mindset, and belief to take that dream life and make it a reality, which is I've spent the last 10 years helping entrepreneurs scale businesses into 6, 7, and even 8 figures. And so I am a master coach at helping people make their dreams a reality. But now we're extending that beyond just business building, and we're helping everyday people, regardless of what your profession is, to understand how to think, act, and make decisions like the ultra high net worth. It is a set of skills. It is a different way of living life. It is a completely very different approach to living, certainly than what I grew up with. And I'm excited to welcome you on this journey with me over the next year. So before we dive into today's content, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple people in my inner circle today that are going to talk about the life transformation that is available and accessible to you over this next year. But before I do that, first of all, let's get some energy going in the chat. Let's get some energy going in the chat. I want to hear from you guys. What's your number one takeaway from this week? I want to see that energy down below. And don't forget that tomorrow we are announcing the giveaway of the airline tickets and the Visa cards so that you can go anywhere in the world to kick off the implementation and execution of everything that you learned this week. You got to be here. You got to share it out on social, and you got to participate in the homework threads in order to qualify. We're making the announcement of the winner of that tomorrow live on the session. So make sure you don't miss it. Okay. So the Inevitable Millionaire, it's about learning habits of the ultra high net worth. It's about teaching you how to become the ultra high net worth. It is about building strategy to create a 1% life in absolutely every area. It is about transforming your health, your relationships, your spirituality, and your life fulfillment, your vibrancy, your energy, how you feel when you wake up in the morning each and every day. We're going to teach you about building multiple streams of income. Whether you're an employee or an employer, you are going to learn about building multiple streams of income, and you're going to learn about turning your active income into passive income so that you can multiply, duplicate, and accelerate your wealth building journey. I'm going to teach you how to expand your wealth consciousness. You are going to learn how to take every obstacle and turn it into a massive opportunity. Use that obstacle, turn it into a stepping stone, and absolutely soar to the moon with this new critical thinking skill set that you are going to learn. This is how the wealthy capitalize on every setback and obstacle that sets others back and instead springs them forward. I'm going to teach you how to make that happen and how to make that a part of your everyday life. You are going to get introduced to my golden Rolodex. There are certain people you need to have in your circle. We talked about this yesterday. We're going to talk about it more today. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to expose you to people that are acting, thinking, believing, and executing at a level that you never even imagined possible. And what that's going to do is it's going to change your entire frame of reference of what's possible in your life. And then we're going to teach you how to take action and actually make it happen. So you're going to learn how to make connections and how to be a power connector that is going to be able to open the door to achieving almost anything instantly in your life that you need to in order to make your dreams a reality, and so much more. So this is a year-long container. Okay. When you pay in full, you get a ticket to the September 2nd Elevate Your Inner Circle event. It's all about wealth building, making connections, and leaving a transformed person that is ready to claim your 1% life. That is in person. That is September 2nd. It is a full day event with myself and members of Team Unstoppable. And that will be happening in Palm Beach for the first 150 people that join and pay in full. And those are absolutely flying out the door. So if you want to gain access to that event, it's a $5,000 value. If you want to gain access absolutely for free, you're going to want to go to inevitablemillionaires.com and go ahead and get yourself signed up right now before the tickets are gone. Okay. So this is about you accessing a level of strategic mentorship in life mastery that really hasn't been available in the market in this way ever before. Usually, in order to access the people and the advisory that I'm going to be providing you in this program, you would already have to be at a net worth of 5 million, 10 million, or more. I am literally opening up the conversation to help you understand in advance of your wealth building journey, the things that you need to be thinking about, the habits that you need to be developing, the way that you need to be showing up, and what that needs to look like to make it all come together for you. Okay. You don't need to take 15 years to do it. You're going to meet some of the people that I have mentored that have transformed their completely transformed their life in a single year. You're about to meet one of them in just a few moments. You're not going to believe what's possible in a single year when you're willing to release the old stories and heal from the past wounds and move forward in this new paradigm. Here's what I'm here to tell you, okay? The last 2.5 years for pretty much all of us have been an experience of being pounded into the ground with suffering, with setbacks, with obstacles, with all sorts of painful experiences that really pummeled us in such a way, so quickly, so aggressively, from so many angles, that the vast majority of people certainly are not dreaming right now. They're certainly not focused on their big vision for their life. They're certainly not moving forward in a healthy, positive way towards their dreams. They're actually just trying to survive, right? And to break that cycle, to break out of that paradigm of survival and to move into thriving and to move back into that role of master creator, of innovator, of designer, artist of your dream life, you need a container that is going to support you, encourage you, keep you accountable, remind you of who you are, help you to understand what to focus on and how to take action and what are the right actions that are going to help you move forward. This journey is just going to be about shaping and shifting and allowing you to become the person that your dreams require. And you're going to hear me say that over and over again, guys. You have to become the person that your dreams require. No one can do it for you. And, if you look at the wealthiest people in the world, Warren Buffett being one of them, they will tell you the most important investment that you will ever make, the most important investment that you will ever make is going to be in your own self-development. Your own self-development. And this is only $297 a month or $3,200 when you pay in full. I very intentionally made this accessible to all. That was a strategic decision that I made because I believe that the level of transformation you will create is going to be so massive that you will ultimately come back and end up working with me in one of my high ticket programs in some other way, shape, and form. I know that the transformations are going to be so massive in this program that you're going to want to stay with me for life. you are going to want to work with me for the rest of your life to keep growing, keep developing, keep learning, to keep elevating. So I made this accessible for all. I intentionally opened this up for the very first time with an unbelievably low price. We will probably never offer this price again, but I did that because I want to make it accessible for all. I don't want this to be competing with your coach or your mastermind or your therapy or any of the other things that you need to be investing in for yourself. This is life and wealth mastery. This is completely different than anything you've ever experienced before. It's going to blow your mind. And I did have some people asking me, what is the structure? What does this look like? And the first thing that I'm going to say is, this is not a coaching program. This is not a mastermind. This is not a membership. This is not an association. This is a category of one. Those of you that know me know we only do category of one things around here. You haven't experienced anything like this before, so there's no category to place it in. I'm going to start with that. This is a life and wealth mastery mentorship. It is open. It is airy. This is about expansion. This is not about putting things in a box. Okay. You're not going to catalog this with this is this or this is that, because it doesn't fit in any of those categories. Here's the deal. We're creating a new category because it's the big missing gap that is going to be the link between you and everything that you want to achieve out of life. Being that I have spent the last 10 years teaching business growth strategy in a very high level, high ticket capacity, I can tell you that this is the difference between the people that make millions and the people that make nothing, no matter whether they have the exact same investment, the exact same coach, the exact same strategy. This is the missing link. Okay. So this is a mastery program. So what does that mean? First of all, there is going to be continuity. And what I mean by that is this is a year-long container, which means that we're interacting every single week. You are interacting with me every single week. 3 weeks out of the month, it's usually going to be me doing either a teaching, a Q&A, a fireside chat, walking you through a workbook. We might be doing a co-working on something related to one of the core focus areas of the program. There's going to be times where I bring in celebrity guests and I interview them, and then we answer questions of yours on a very niche topic as it relates to what we're teaching in the program. There's going to be multimedia, meaning sometimes I might send out a workbook with a video that I ask you to complete, and then I have you come back to the Facebook group and do your homework, right? There's going to be all different experiential elements of this program, from videos to co-working to accountability to Q&A sessions, fireside chats. It's going to look a little bit different every single time. Okay. It will go on every week for a year, and you will have the opportunity, for those of you that really want to meet people and really want that in-person connection, that is happening on September the 2nd. And those that pay in full, it's for the first 150 people. When you pay in full, you'll get access to the Elevate Your Inner Circle event. Okay. We're also doing a super fun thing today for those of you that decide that you want to join us live here today. So everyone that already joined, congratulations, you're getting access to this already. But for those of you that join while we're live here today, we are putting together a kickstart mixer. And this is going to be happening next week. We're going to be facilitating introductions. We're going to be doing a little mindset work. We're going to be kind of doing a warm up, because the first session is not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday. That's when the full program actually consummates and gets started. If you want to get access to the pre-warm-up mixer that's happening next week, you can join us while we're live here today. So today's session is all about developing a high net worth circle and having a support system to unlock next level living. And I'm going to be inviting several friends on camera today that have mentored with me, and they're going to walk you through the way that this is going to open you up and how this is going to make accessible and available to you the things that you've been striving for in your life. And I want you to get a taste of the type of people that you're going to be interacting with inside the Inevitable Millionaire group. So to answer the question that came in again about what is the structure going to look like, you're going to have some type of activity in the program every single week. This is specifically with me. This is not with a team of mine. This is specifically with me. Okay. And we will have the in-person event on September the 2nd. There is going to be a Facebook group for community building, for networking, for referral exchange, for homework delivery, for asking questions, peer-to-peer support. All of that stuff is going to be there in the Facebook group. And there will be a Kajabi site that has the replays and the workbooks and, all of the assets that are created for the program, because these will be things that you're going to want to go back through over and over and over again. These are things that you're going to use on your journey a multitude of times. Okay. So, Facebook group, live every week, and or some type of mixed media event once a week for a year. Live event September 2nd. That's for those of you that pay in full. Those of you that join us while we're live here today, and everyone that already joined is getting invited to the mixer that is happening next week. And we are going to be releasing an app in the beginning of 2023. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But this is going to be a mind-blowing experience for you, because most of the time when you're going through everyday life, you really don't understand what thoughts are driving the outcomes of your life. And I explained this already, but the ultra high net worth and myself being one of them, we are very, very focused on being conscious about what needs to be removed from our environment and what needs to be placed in our environment. Okay. Something just happened there. There we go. All right. Can you guys still see me and hear me? That was really weird. I don't know what just happened. Can you guys just give me a confirmation before I keep going? Someone give me a confirmation. Okay, great. Awesome. I don't know what just happened there. Okay. So basically you're going to learn, guys, how to identify the things that are driving the outcomes of your life. Whatever you are experiencing in your life right now is a representation of the overriding thought patterns that are running your life and producing the results in your life. I am going to teach you how to reframe the overriding thoughts of your life and to refocus how you consciously channel what you are a match for vibrationally, what you are focused on, what you are energetically connected to. And you are going to begin to see these changes happen in your life. You are going to begin to see these shifts happen in your life. So we're going to be talking, as I mentioned, there are two sides of the coin of making this happen for you. Okay. There are the mindset and beliefs, and then there's the strategy and the action plan. We are bringing them together. Okay. So mindset and beliefs over here, strategy and action plan over here. We are bringing them together. When you go to inevitablemillionaires.com and you scroll down, you can actually see a preview of what we have planned for you in month 1. Literally one session in this program is worth the entire investment for the year, guys. You are going to be blown away by the insight and the awareness that you create in just one session. We actually had people already post in the Facebook group that they took action based on things that they learned this week and already have income and opportunities coming to them right now because of the mindset shifts and the action that they took because of this workshop. So imagine what that's going to look like when you spend 52 weeks focused on designing your dream life and then developing the mindset, habits, beliefs, and behaviors to make that a reality. You're going to spend 52 weeks focused on cultivating your life, right? They say that the average person spends more time planning their vacation than they spend planning their future. And the question that I have for each of you guys is, if you look at the last 2.5 years, how much time have you spent over the last 2.5 years cultivating your dream life? I talked to you about this on the day that we discussed habits, and we talked about the habits of the 1%. And I shared the fact that the 1% actually spend time literally working on their dreams every single day. They spend time working on their dreams every single day. And so this is your catalyst to say, for 52 weeks, I'm putting this back in your lap, and I'm putting it back in your lap, and I'm bringing it back to you every Thursday at 11 a.m. I'm bringing it back to you, and I'm saying, okay, here's your hour that's dedicated to making your dreams come true. Let's go. And we're tackling every single area. So this is not about you chasing one thing and then compromising and losing sight of everything else. And I will say that has been one of the most important things to me. I have multiple companies. I run a multiple 8-figure company. I have multiple entities, all of these things. But guess what? Right? My family is my first priority, my most important priority. The family unit always comes first, right? And so, what you want to make sure that you remember is that you have to know what your values are. You have to know what your priorities are, and then you're going to build your life around that. But if you don't have a structured plan to create that outcome, a conversation that you have, or an event that you go to, or a seminar that you attend, that's all well and good, but it's what happens after that matters. That's why I developed this not as a self-study course, not as something that you sit and listen to one time or something that you go attend for a day. The reason why, for a ridiculously low price, I am making this accessible to everyone, and the reason why it lasts over the period of a year, is that I know that you can transform your life in a year, but you're going to need support, direction, feedback, accountability, insight, awareness, reminders. You need a support system. Everyone does, right? And so this is going to be a year that's about you. And I want to ask you all, as you're sitting here today and as you're making this educated, informed decision about whether or not you are taking that step today to join the Inevitable Millionaires program, I want to say to you, how much time in the last 2.5 years can you honestly say that you really carved out for your personal well-being and growth as a human? Your development as a human being, your personal growth as a human being, right? That is what this is about. It's about taking a deeper dive into this very limited window of time that we each have left on the planet, and asking ourselves, how do we maximize absolutely every single moment? How do we maximize every single moment that we have on this planet? And how do we take this life and turn what we're experiencing every single day into what we had envisioned for ourselves, right? It's closing that gap. It's bringing those two things together. So I think my friend Christine is going to be with us any moment here. Hey, Dr. Christine, what's up?
Good morning. Well, good afternoon for you. Morning for me.
Oh my goodness. Well, if there's anyone that is a great person to have a conversation about how much life can change in a year of focusing on making your dreams come true, it is certainly you. So why don't you start by just introducing yourself and tell everybody a little bit about who you are. And I would love for you to just share your story about just the mentorship experience and relationship that we've built, and give everybody a preview of, if you're willing to spend a year working on transforming your life, what is possible.
Oh my gosh. So where do we even begin? So first of all, thank you so much for opening the space for all these incredible souls to come into your inner circle, Kelly, because I have a taste of that, but a lot of people don't understand the value, because they're just hearing it, they're just lost. And let me just tell you, jump on this, and you're throwing a party on my birthday. What's going on? So I heard this. Now I have to fly to Florida, right?
Exactly.
Thank you for again having me here to talk about my story and my journey. My name is Dr. Christine Manikian. I'm actually a corporate dropout as of August 28th of 2020, literally a few days before my 40th birthday, because I made up my mind that I don't want to be stuck in this space of choosing between family and career. So a lot of things that Kelly has been talking about, being binge watching your sessions too, I'm this is a really amazing space to be in, but you have to decide, do you really want to be stuck in that middle? It's either family or career. I had a very successful career at a top hospital here in Beverly Hills as a hospital pharmacist in administration. But I was I don't want to do that. This is not serving me. Global pandemic is happening. I have no childcare. Why should I be stuck of trying to figure things out? I was failing as a mom at home, because my kids were why are you leaving us at home with complete strangers hours to go work. Someone else is taking care of us while you're going to take care of others. Like, it hurts when you have your kids tell you that. And I made my decision after being in this, incredible events. Again, you talked about investing in your mindset. And again, I was in this, I like to do visuals. So if you're okay with me to share some
Yeah.
visuals,
Yeah, of course.
or not.
Yeah.
But I attended a virtual event in 2020. I think it was in, I have the date here, 7/16 of 20. Okay. And during this event, we were all asked to physically break through something that's been holding us back. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. This is wild. What the heck we're going to be doing? And we were all given a board. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
We had to
Oh
write
my gosh.
back. Okay. And at this time, I was afraid to fail because I was like, that's it. I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to figure something out. But I'm like, what if I fail? What if I'm like lost, really? Like, this is like midlife crisis. And this is like not what I should be doing. But I just knew that I knew that I knew. When you break through that, and Kelly, look what I wrote on the other side.
Oh, my girl. That's my girl.
I am
That's my girl.
unstoppable. I am Wonder Woman. And yes, it was dated 7/16 of 20. And literally coming out of this event, I turned in my 2-week notice and I just went all in. And you're talking about what life can look like when you go all in. That's what happened. I met you February of 2021, like months after, right? And in 1 year, being in this inside, inside our tribe, I actually had a second growth. Again, we don't know what we don't know. And just recently, 2 weeks ago, I had my own retreat with my own tribe. And I was like, letting them go through the same exercise. And guess how much my life has changed? You asked me that question, how much your life can change. I went from being afraid to fail. And now my fear has changed. Fear of success. And this is not something to say like, oh my gosh, like that doesn't make sense. Why she doesn't want to be successful? Well, let me tell you, when you become successful, there's also a price tag you have to pay for that. And you have to sacrifice certain things because you're still stuck in the mindset. You have to hustle, you have to hustle, you have to hustle. You don't need to, you can't enjoy life. You cannot go on this like 4-mile walks that you talk about because that's what's in my head.
Yeah.
Being with you the last couple of weeks ago and saying like, no, I am able to be successful and I am going to be happy.
Yes.
I'm successful and I'm happy. And of course, I'm always Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So again, this is how much your life can change, going from a fear of failure to fear of success because you are going to grow. Yes, can manifest all those things. I'm all into functional medicine space. This is what I do. This is what I train clinicians to do through our institute, Story Institute. It's not those woo-woo shit. You have to have strategy.
Yeah.
You have to have strategy. And you also have to surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do. Your inner circle has to change, you guys. Like, it has to change. One day event can literally change your life, but you have to show up. Like Kelly was saying, she's throwing a party. How are you going to show up? Period. I hope this answered your question. I can talk hours and hours, and this is definitely something I'm so deeply passionate about because there's so many people like struggling in silence because there's still this stigma associated with that. Like, oh yeah, just because you're a VP of X, Y, and Z company making incredible income, like you have to show up a certain way. You have to be certain way. No, you don't. Show up like you want to show up. Don't let the world tell you how you should look like and feel like and look, it's up to you. And that's exactly what you're providing with your mentorship, like showing up authentically, rewriting your story, which is my motto as well too. Everyone deserves a second chance to rewrite their story and become the best version of themselves. And you're creating the platform for that. So I don't know how much more I can say, but y'all need to be there. That's it.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I mean, Dr. Christine, what would you say to people that are thinking about, this opportunity and maybe feel overwhelmed with the decision, or they say, oh, I'm working with a coach, or, oh, I'm not sure this is possible for me because A, B, C, X, Y, Z, what would you say to them about how things shift when you make that commitment to yourself.
Oh my
Like
God.
saying yes, because this is the thing, because I'm obviously an investor in the space and in myself as well. You're not saying yes to me in the Inevitable Millionaire. You're saying yes to you in the Inevitable Millionaire. So I want you to tell everyone, how do things change when you say yes to yourself?
Yes, everything starts with you first. And this is exactly what I preach. And again, it's not a money issue. It's not a time issue. It's not a conflict issue. It's all about issue yourself, because there are a lot of people who are afraid to step into the new identity.
Yeah.
They're
100%.
scared because there's all this noise that maybe like, oh, successful people are miserable. They're not happy. That's what I wrote on my board, right? But I'm like, no, I'm going to break through that.
Yeah.
Success does not have to be like painful. Okay.
Right.
So you have to constantly work on that. But yes, you have to make that decision. How bad do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
cannot give you resources and you don't show up. You're not going to thrive. You're going to be like, oh, this was waste of my time and money. Absolutely. And we're going to be the first one to tell you, you show
Yeah.
up here, you're ready to do the work.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How bad do you want it? Period.
Yeah. And I think a big thing too is that, you know, the vast majority of people that are organically in our lives have not achieved a high level of success, and therefore are not helpful to us in terms of, we're setting these big goals, we're setting these big dreams. The people that we're organically around in everyday life, unfortunately, most of them have settled in their own lives. And so very much they are triggered many times when you put a stake in the ground and say, no, I'm going higher, I'm going further, I have big goals, I have big dreams. Can you speak a little bit, Dr. Christine, to what your experience has been in terms of putting yourself in a container, like coming into one of my containers and seeing the quality of people, and what does it mean when you put yourself, actually surround yourself with people that are like committed and on that journey versus the people that are in your everyday life? Because that's a big distinction, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was that person because my entire career, I've been surrounding myself with clinicians, with pharmacists specifically.
Yep.
My husband is also a pharmacist. Like, this is it. Like, I only knew what I knew.
Yeah.
And when I made this big, crazy, wild decisions, like, no, this is not how I want to be. I made for so much more. And I quit my job and I pursued entrepreneurship during a global pandemic. Everyone in my current, at that point, inner circle, they thought I was legit going through midlife crisis.
Right.
Were messaging me like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm more than okay.
Yeah.
Right. And when you find this other group, and you just literally did a training for us inside our tribe, the elimination diet for entrepreneurs, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
I speak that language, elimination diet. That's part of
Yep.
my trainings. But she's talking about entrepreneurship because there are people who are stealing your time. They don't deserve to be on your schedule. There are tasks that we're doing that don't deserve to be on your to-do list.
Yeah.
Your to-do list does not have to look like a to-do list. It's more of like where you're going to be energetically aligned with what you want to do. So yes, when I switched from like being in this like bubble of friends who only were like complaining, you're talking about like people go to work, they complain how miserable they are, and like they just see only that and they just like struggle, and that's what their mindset is. And then you come to this space when we're talking about like what can we eliminate so we can make room for things that are more enjoyable for us, like whole different conversation. I'm like, wow, people like this do exist. And let me tell you, there's not a single pharmacist in our tribe that I know of, but I'm learning from other entrepreneurs in this space. And I was like, how can I translate this in my industry?
Yeah.
The sexiest thing you can have in front of you, your network, they're so different, but we're so the same at the same time, if that makes sense.
100%, 100%. And my final question, because I know you're a busy lady and you have a lot going on in your own business this week. It's a big week for you. Big new website reveal. So much amazing stuff going on for Story Institute. So I'm going to send you back. But the final question that I want to ask is, I think that when it comes to becoming a wealthy individual and getting on the road to becoming a multimillionaire, becoming an inevitable millionaire, I think for a lot of people, there is the external work that you have to do to make that happen. But actually the external work to make that happen is something that you can learn and tactically execute. I think the thing that's much harder for people is when you don't come from money and when you don't have a belief system that is supportive of an identity that says, oh yeah, I'm Dr. Christine and I have a $10 million net worth and I run a multi-million-dollar company. Like there's this inner transformation that has to happen in order for you to, when you're taking the action, actually start producing the result that coincides with that. How has your belief system around what's available for you financially changed, and how has that impacted the income that you're now producing? Like, talk about like the inner working of like, what has that change been specifically?
Oh my God, I'm a storyteller. So I actually came to US when I was 16 years old, and back home we were extremely wealthy. Like
Mhm.
we didn't I didn't have to think about anything. We had the biggest house on the block. We were like wealthy, like there was money everywhere. So in my mind, I was like, oh, this is easy, right? Like seeing my grandparents, my parents, I'm like, this is easy. We live in this mansion, right? And we came here, we lost everything. As an immigrant, I went from living this beautiful, wealthy life, right, as a
Mhm.
teenager, to living off of like, welfare and taking my first job working, at department stores without even speaking the language. And all
Mhm.
of a sudden, I'm like, how do we, in one moment, we go from like having everything to losing everything, but starting to ground up to build. And
Mhm.
talking about the mindset thing. And again, culturally, I'm Armenian. A lot of women back home, they don't work. They're, raising their kids, they sacrifice everything. They don't go clock in and out. It's not
Yeah.
there. And here I am watching my mom growing up, and I'm like, why does she now has to hustle and have 3 jobs while we're here in US so she can support our family?
Right.
I had to take that opportunity and say, you know what, this is the moment. I'm not gonna let my culture tell me like I should be doing this or not doing that. I should be a good mom and stay at home and take care of my kids.
Mm.
Like, no, I'm going to create my own legacy at a young age, at age 16, just one paycheck at a time, one step forward, right? And gradually learning how to unlearn those things that like money has to be hard or money has to be easy or whatever the mindset was going through, to create my own beliefs. And
Yes.
it was years in making, but now this is exactly what I teach my kids. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I'm like, you need to create your own wealth even at this age,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you have to have that mindset that you have to work for what you believe for, and you can create anything.
Mhm.
Create
Mhm.
anything you put your mind to. But yes, it is definitely that mindset shift. And again, back home, like because we were wealthy, like a lot of people thought like we were like, bad people, because this is what's
Mhm.
associated with the
Yeah.
society. You're
Yeah.
doing something sleazy, like because
Yeah.
you no, like, we had businesses. My dad was a doctor. Like we had stuff going
Yeah.
on. We worked hard for that. But people who don't know, they don't know, and they make up the story. And now they have their own money story. And I remember you talking about that, rewriting your money story. It's so important.
It's so important. It's so important. So, Dr. Christine, thank you so much for being here. And I'm sure from everyone just listening to this conversation, these are the types of people that you're going to meet in the Inevitable Millionaire. And I'm sure Christine will pop in at some point if she's not in there already, and be a part of the dialogue. But I want you all to know that you can transform your life in a year. It is completely available and accessible to anyone who is willing to do the work. And this is about self work. This is about working from the inside out on becoming the person that your dreams require. I've been talking about this for years, right? It's always our growth that is the thing that is holding us back. It's never out there, it's always in here. And when we do this self work and we do this inner work, we can then manifest whatever we want to create on the outside. We can build, we can forge that path, but we have to be willing to become that person first. And Christine, you are clearly willing to do that. You're making it happen. You're making your dreams come true. You're such an inspiration. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much
you.
for having me. Everyone, go out there and grab the seed, because let me tell you that one day on September 2nd will change your life.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Dr. Christine. Appreciate you. Guys, we have so much more to cover today. And I have an entire full page of notes to cover with you about your net worth and your network and what the interconnectivity is, who you need in your circle, all of that. So if we don't get to cover all of that today, do not worry. We still have sessions coming up over the next couple of days, and I have a couple bonuses up my sleeve. So a lot more coming your way. What I would like to check in on before we introduce our next guest, I believe Tara Antler is going to be joining us in just a moment. But before we do, is there anyone here that has joined the Inevitable Millionaire while we're sitting here live? Is there anyone that I should be congratulating right now? If you know you're joining us live or you already joined us live, definitely comment in the chat and let me know. I want to celebrate you. I want to congratulate you. And also I'm offering you a spot in the mixer next week. So when you join us live here today, you're getting a spot in the mixer next week. It's going to be like a pre-warm up for everyone that joined already. And those of you that join while we're here live, make sure you let us know so that we have your name on the list and can get you in the door. Congratulations, Teresa Cantley. So excited. Congratulations, May. Can't wait to see you on the inside. Congratulations, Fabiana. So excited. Lots of individuals. Andrea said she joined yesterday. Sharon is in. Amazing, Sharon. Can't wait to work with you even more. Lots of amazing people joining. If you know you're going to be joining us here live today, comment in the chat and let me know. I see lots of you posting that you joined already, which is so exciting. So glad to hear it. And we're going to see, let me see if Tara Antler is here. Is Tara Antler here? Let's see if she's ready to join us. If not, I'm also looking for Amy Van Slambrook. If she is on, Amy, if you're here, we can welcome you in. If not, I'm gonna dive into my material. So you guys let me know. Team Unstoppable, you guys can let me know. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We are part of this journey of helping you to build your 1% life is being surrounded by other people that are motivated and on the journey of building their 1% life, right? And your network is going to ultimately impact your net worth in a lot of ways, right? Because it's who you surround yourself with. You end up taking on the energy and the persona of the people that you spend the most time with. They have a major impact and influence on your perception of the world, on how you operate, on your mindset, on the decisions that you make, and everything in between. Okay. So a big thing that I want you to think about is I'm going to talk to you about kind of 6 kind of categories of people that you are going to want to have in your life. And I don't want you to treat this as like an urgent thing that you're going to run out and try and fix in your life. This is something that slowly over the period of the next year, as you're going through the Inevitable Millionaire, I'm going to teach you about identifying these different people that need to be a part of your inner circle that are going to help you to live life to the fullest, to create life as your masterpiece, to make smart, strategic decisions, to have protection and guidance and support and everything in between. Okay. So I don't want you to treat this as an audit where you need to run out and go take massive action. That's actually not what this is about. This is about first raising awareness, then creating a new set of beliefs and cultivating mindset shifts that match those new beliefs, and then allowing these things breathing room and space and energy. And a lot of these people that we talk about in just a moment are going to be people that you're actually going to meet. Congratulations, Maria. Congratulations, Maria. I'm so happy for you. And Shreyank, congratulations to you. So happy for you. Congratulations, Sarah. So wonderful. Very, very excited for you. If you're joining us live today, make sure you let us know. Spots are flying out the door for the September 2nd Inner Circle event. If you want to elevate your inner circle, If you want to be a part of that in-person event, definitely make sure that you join today. Those spots are going very, very quickly, and pretty much everyone who's joined so far is claiming one of those spots because it's a do not miss. And quite frankly, the price of a ticket to that event is worth more than the entire year-long program. So let us know if you are going to be joining. And Kemi, I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the inside. Okay. So let's talk about this inner circle. Okay. So I'm going to go over kind of 6 categories of people that you want in your inner circle. And as I'm talking about this, I really want you to just embrace this idea that you are going to build this circle of support where you're not the leader in every situation. You're not the most successful person. You're not the person that has to run everything and do everything. We're really looking for this circle of influence where there's this compatibility and this vibrancy and this energy where everyone is operating at this higher level and you are all elevating on this journey together. What you'll notice as you begin to elevate and you begin to step into this 1% person, you're going to notice that many people in your life are going to fall away. Many people in your life are not going to be excited by this new journey that you're going on. And many people in your life are actually going to be triggered by your success. They're not going to be standing on the side clapping for you. They're actually going to be feeling a certain way about themselves because of you, which means that you have to be unbelievably intentional about your energy, about who you're spending time with. And I mentioned this on the day that we talked about habits, but high net worth individuals are unbelievably intentional about protecting their energy. They are unbelievably intentional about protecting their energy. That's in consumption in all forms of energy from other people, whether it's in relationships, phone conversations, content that they're consuming, what they're reading, what they're watching, who they're surrounding themselves with. And if you want to raise your wealth consciousness, you also have to raise the energy of the people that you allow into your life. That means that you're going to maximize and turn up the volume on some people. And it means that you're going to turn down the volume and create space between you and others. So let's talk about these 6 categories. The first category is your trusted confidant. And your trusted confidant is the person that you have the most high level of trust with in your life. It's the person that you can share anything with. It's the person that you are going to go to in a moment of doubt, in a moment of struggle. It's the person that you can get an unbiased, unfiltered opinion from that is going to be there for you. And this is a person that you trust them because your values are aligned, because you're getting feedback and opinions from someone that is on this same, high level journey that you are, and they are the person that you can connect heart to heart with. That's number 1. Number 2, you need a super connector. Right? You got to have a super connector. A super connector is someone that is just a social butterfly. They love people. They're connected to everyone. They know someone for everything. They're the person that you can literally share anything that you're, working on. And they're like, oh, you got to talk to my friend Susie. Oh, Bobby, my friend over here can help you with this. Oh, you got to talk to Jojo. He knows someone that knows someone. Your super connector is the person in your circle that their favorite thing to do is to forge introductions and connections. That's literally what motivates them. It lights their heart up. That's like their passion. They love to be the person that connects other people, that creates bonds, that creates synergy, that create outcomes. Okay? It's number 2. Number 3, you need a co-striver. A co-striver is like a co-pilot. It's your partner in crime. It's someone that is on the same journey you are, that is doing the work, that is pursuing success. These are the people that you're going to meet inside the Inevitable Millionaire, by the way. These are the people that are also on this same journey. They have made a commitment to themselves and they have said, yes, I'm creating a 1% life. Yes, I'm getting the mentorship I need to make it happen. I'm putting myself in a container where I'm going to spend a year on this journey. I'm going to spend time every single week elevating my energy, raising my skill set, opening up my ability to possess new ideas, to think, innovate, and to elevate the way that I approach solving problems, overcoming obstacles, and achieving outcomes that matter most to me. So a co-striver is someone that is also pursuing this 1% journey. And it's someone that you know that you can kind of be on this journey with. There's no competition. You both have the vision, right? You both have the vision. Okay. So that's the third one. So you have your trusted confidant, you have your super connector, you have your co-striver, right? And you need a mentor. So number 4 is mentor. Your mentor is your champion. They're your visionary. They're the person who has gotten to where you want to be. Your mentor is your cheerleader, your advocate, your inspiration, your leader. They're the person that give you the education, that lay out the roadmap, that give you the path that is going to show you how to get from where you are to where you want to be. In this instance, I'm raising my hand and I'm opening my heart and I'm opening my arms and I'm saying, I would love to be this person for you. I would love to be your mentor in your 1% journey. I would love to walk you through every element of what I've done with my family and my relationship and my spirituality and exercise and wellness and elevating to become high net worth and everything in between. I'm raising my hand and I'm saying, I would love to be this person for you. And for the first time ever, I'm doing it for a really, really, really reasonable price because I want this to be accessible to everyone. And I want you to still be able to work in your mastermind with your coach in whatever other programs you're in to be able to get the other outcomes that you're working on in your life. So number 4 is your mentor. Number 5 is your equal opposite. This is what some people call the devil's advocate. You need diversity in opinions. You want to make sure that you are not surrounding yourself with yes people where everyone agrees with you all the time. Everyone has the same perspective you do. Everyone has the same ideas. You want people around you that actually have different ideas, that have different thought processes, that come at solving a problem from a completely different angle. This is someone who's a critical thinker. This is someone who is a thoughtful evaluator. This is someone that has an opposite skill set of what you do. This is someone that challenges you in the most positive way, which also protects you. Okay. So your equal opposite is a really important person that you want to seek out in your journey because they're going to save you from making a lot of mistakes. And they're going to help you to look at things from different angles so that you ultimately make the right judgment call for best and highest good. Okay. And then finally, you need your protectors. And your protectors, we're going to talk a lot about this inside the Inevitable Millionaire, but your protectors are the legal team that supports you, the financial team that supports you, their outside advisory that help you with making decisions about how you are preserving your wealth, how you are saving money on taxes, how you are making sure that you're building out your multiple streams of income. These are the people that their business is helping you become 1% and stay 1%. And none of us can do this alone. We need outside advisory. We need people that specialize, and we need people specifically that are focused on helping people to grow their personal portfolios in this way. So this is legal, this is financial, this is advisory. Okay. So these are kind of like the 6 categories of your inner circle on your 1% journey. And like I said already, you may have one or you may have none of these in your circle right now. And it really doesn't matter because today is about raising your awareness. Today is about simply taking a stamp in time and saying, where are you today? Where do you want to be? What are the steps that you're going to need to take to get from where you are to where you want to be? My job as your mentor, hi, Amy, how are you? My job as your mentor is to simply help you shrink that down. It's to save you time in that process. It's to save you energy. It's to lay out a roadmap. It's to bring new ideas to you. It's to share the things that I've learned so that you don't have to learn them the hard way and to help smooth that path and make that journey more viable for you. Okay. So you guys can go to inevitablemillionaires.com and get started today. We still have spots left for the September 2nd Elevate Your Inner Circle event in person. Make sure you let us know if you're joining while we're here live today. You're getting a ticket to the mixer that's happening next week. And Amy, I'm so excited to have you with us here today. So we're just talking about transformation. We're talking about what is possible when you dedicate a year of your life to creating your dream life. And so I would love to just give you the floor and share, like, what you've gotten out of our mentorship relationship, what is possible when people are saying, I'm going to dedicate a year of my life to transformation. I'll just give you the floor.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. And I could think of no better topic than this one. We need it all right now, right? We need this kind of mentorship. And I know all of you are hearing the voices of lots of people who want to be your mentor, who want to change your life, who want to give you the container and answer all of the questions and insecurities that you're feeling. But let me tell you something. I'll be 50 in August, and I've never felt younger and never felt better. And that is also in good part to this container that I've been a part of. I enjoyed your mentorship, Kelly, first as a free participant, like many of you in a workshop, and I did it, I think 8 times. And I really noticed the changes that I was feeling just from the free workshop. I said, if I apply what Kelly is teaching me and I see results from her free program, I can't imagine what's going to happen when I invest. And I did. I, in fact, made enough so that I could cover my enrollment in the high ticket mentorship. But still, I'm a therapist and a coach, and I help people navigate trauma. And so at the very moment, I know that those old limiting beliefs were coming up, and it was like 11:48, and I'm on the phone with my mom who's on my inner circle, and I'm visiting them right now.
Yeah.
And I remember just praying through that decision and saying, I know that if I take this step, Kelly is going to call out the biggest version of who I am. And there was nothing inside of me that could not hit the purchase now button. I didn't have all the answers. And I want to assure all of you out there, even if you don't have all the answers, if you don't know even how this level of investment is going to come in for you, it's that step of faith. It's that step of faith in you that is most healing, and that became most healing in me. It was even in that purchase, in that moment of embracing and believing that I could trust you, Kelly, and knowing that you demonstrated such consistency. If it's one thing I've seen in plus years in the coaching industry, it's that many people are fantastic marketers, but they don't, unfortunately, have the follow through.
Mm-hmm.
They're great at giving you exactly what you are needing and thirsting for, but it stops at a certain point. And unfortunately, then we feel betrayed. We doubt ourselves. We doubt other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I have been exposed to in this free workshop lights my soul on fire. You will constantly learn from Kelly. And that's what I found. I have completely transformed. Things have broken, and that's what happens when we're up leveling. Does that mean I quit? Does that mean I invested wrong? No. In fact, it's a sign that Kelly knows how to push us so that we break through it. What she did, what you did in your life, Kelly, and it's about knowing that you trusted the right hand to guide you in this process. And my life is transforming and changing, and it is unrecognizable from what it was last July when I made that investment. And I know it's going to be vastly different 6 months from now because of the level of power and the level of insight and the level of depth and love. That's what's behind all of this. And there is never a doubt in my mind how much you love each of us who invest, and everybody out there. That's what you're going to find in this container. It isn't glossy in the sense that it goes this deep.
Mm-hmm.
It is an image that portrays the depths of what you will experience when you are in this ecosphere.
Oh, thank you, Amy. That means so much to me, especially because the depth of the work that you do with people is just, it's mind blowing. And I feel honored, to get to be a part of your journey and, be behind a little bit of what you're doing. So that's amazing. So I don't know, for people that are sitting here watching today, I'm sure there's so many different feelings and emotions that they're experiencing right now. I know you said you were one of those people that was like 11:58, you went through the workshop 8 times. Like, what advice do you have for people that feel like they really need this? I mean, everyone needs this right now. Like, let's be really honest. I mean, it's been 2.5 years years of us being pummeled. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know any of us that don't need someone pouring into our souls right now. I know I do. And I am paying to receive that outside of, I can't do it for myself. We all need someone that is pouring into us right now after what we've all been through. But I'm sure there's people that feel nervous, am I going to get a return on making this investment? Is this right for me? All of those things. Can you help them? Looking back, what would you tell Amy, before you joined, for people that are in that place right now?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, your brain is trying to keep you safe. That's its motivation all the time. And oftentimes what your brain relies on are experiences from your past.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's going to bring all of those what ifs, but what about this thing? And it's going to scan for weaknesses, for areas, because it thinks that that's going to keep you safe. That's what's called self-sabotage, and it keeps us limited from what we are able to embody in our life. And so when you're feeling that, just say that's understandable. If we want a different future, we have to act differently now. This is your first step to embody your inevitable millionaire.
Yeah.
What the millionaire version of Amy have done 8 workshops ago, have invested first, because I knew it in my soul, and I knew that God was telling me that. And that was my only okay, you could have known this the first time you went through the workshop, not the 8th. But, you have forgiveness and you move on, and everything is a gain. But in this moment right now, you need somebody you can trust. And I can tell you that I do not stand behind everyone who I've mentored with. I don't have feelings towards them, but I also take everybody's trust as sacred. All of you who are watching, and you deserve that. That's part of your emotional healing in this world of uncertainty. So demonstrate to yourself that you can be trusted, and write out 5 to 10 statements about why you can trust yourself. All of those lists of things that you've done extraordinarily well, those are evidence for your brain. And just say, what is the chance that this is going to be a stepping stone, and this is going to return every month in your life at this investment? I tell you, it's going to be tenfold on some level, emotional, spiritual, whatever it is, if you decide to make it that way.
It's so true. It's so true. It all comes in and through us, and then back to us. It comes in and through us and then back to us. And I think that you're absolutely right. It's that first step of trusting ourselves and saying yes to ourselves, and knowing that we've gotten through everything that we've gotten through up until now. And now it's like, okay, instead of reacting and responding to what we've been through, how are we creating and taking a step forward to bring forth what we want the future to be, right? And that's really what this is about for everyone here today. It's like, are we leaning into what was, or are we leaning into what is to be, right? And that's the moment of decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, Amy, I'm so thankful to you. Thank you for taking the time to be here with me, and for just your being such a great member of our community. And guys, these are the types of people that you are going to meet inside the containers that we build. These are the types of humans that we attract. Amazing people, high integrity people, people of God, people that are serving, people that are making difference, people that care, people that are doing the work, right? People that are on the path, your co-strivers. Your co-strivers, right, Amy?
Yes. Oh, and it has truly been the community that embraces everybody. This is about support. Any of you can reach out to me if you want to and ask questions. And that was done for me when I came on board too. And that is what this community is like. And you're safe with Kelly. You're more than safe, and your future is.
Yeah.
I assure you of that.
Amy. So great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Kelly, this was great. Anytime.
Appreciate you. Take care. All right, guys. So we are just about to wrap up here. I hope you got some great notes from today. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your registrations come through. If you haven't done that, now is the time. Congratulations, Josette. Now is the time to get registered. You can get in on the mixer that we're having next week. You can get in on the September 2nd Elevate Your Inner Circle event. You can go to inevitablemillionaires.com and get yourself registered right now to start this journey to your 1%. I'm coming back at you tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching even more. We're going to cover a little bit more of what we didn't get to today as it relates to your inner circle, but I gave you those 6 core categories that we're going to work on over the next year. And tomorrow we are talking about action planning. We're talking about mapping out your masterpiece one step at a time. So it's an absolute do not miss. I will see you back here at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And in the meantime, get yourself registered at inevitablemillionaires.com. Thanks so much. We'll see you back here soon.